start, dear students. I am sharing PPT. You just tell me whether you can see PPT or no. Can
Yes,
you see?
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
ma'am.
I'm visible.
Okay, so
I'm
very great
visible.
Yes,
afternoon.
ma'am.
Now mute yourself. Very great afternoon to all of you, dear students. Now let us start with our material science lecture. Okay, preliminary we discuss scope of the subject, then somewhat planning, practical A, practical B. Now we will start with our topic. Okay, and you will tell me which topic we can start or we are going to start. So this is our lecture. Today's 13th July. I welcome you all of you in my lecture. So first see the material science because we are going to learn material science. So what is material science? The material you also know, science also know. So what is the definition of our subject material science? So we can define in a way, material science is a branch of applied science. It is generally related because science, it is material science. So it is a branch of science. Applied science because you are going to apply these water concepts you will learn in the applications of electrical engineering devices. So it is a branch of applied science which deals with the material and its properties, because already we discussed in the scope of syllabus also. We are going to study different types of material, characteristics, applications, that and somewhat testing and measurement of their characteristics. Whenever definition we say, you must learn definition, because in exam when definitions are asked and if you will write down the meaning or not in a scientific particular way, then you will get 0 mark. Suppose this material science definition is asked for 2 mark and you will go on telling in material science we learn about the material and various properties and characteristics, means all words you will use same word, but you will not put in a form of definition. You will just go on telling or explaining or just common sentence you will make, then you will get 0 mark, because definition means definition has to be in correct proper way. So it should be always whatever is asked you have to put that it is, or you just put this word and frame your sentence like this only. Material science is, this should be the beginning of your sentence. So material science is a branch of applied science which deals with the material and its properties. Okay, and for studying any particular material, because we are going to study about the material, means what we should know about its electrical, mechanical, chemical and thermal properties. You can't say that we are going to be electrical engineer and why to see mechanical and chemical and thermal properties, because they are analogous to each other, they are related to each other. Because when we say iron, you know, press or iron, it is based on the thermal properties. So like that you must use material which are having good thermal properties in the iron or press. That way you must know electrical properties also, thermal, mechanical, chemical also. So material properties means properties, electrical, mechanical, chemical and thermal properties. So that is about the material science. Okay. Now let us have reflection 1. Have you taken notebook and pen with you, dear students? Always for material science, you just go on sitting with pen and notebook. Material science separate notebook. I
Yes,
already
ma'am.
told you.
Yes.
Okay, very good. But use that book. When I am asking you something yesterday in the WhatsApp group, nobody could answer that. So what is the use of if you are writing in the book? That book has to be your reference. So put today's date and just start writing. Reflection 1. Which material are we going to study? You will tell me. I will show you one video. You watch that video and you just give me reflection what you have observed in that video. You can unmute yourself and you just tell me what you observed in that video, and from that video you can tell me which material we are going to study now, because I have not told you yet the which unit we are starting and what those materials. So if you know what material are there, it's very simple, but you have to tell me what are those materials, how you can tell about that materials. Like I told you material science, so you will tell me about that material. So be ready, watch the video. 1 minute. You could not hear sound, no?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Sound was there?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay,
No, ma'am.
I forgot to share sound. Let me share sound first. It's difficult. Somewhat Microsoft is difficult. Again, I stop the sharing. Can you hear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
चालतंय बोल. लेक्चर आता असेल बघ. लेक्चरला बसूया. बोलूया 4 वाजता परत मग. हा?
Now you have to answer this. Which material are we going to study? What about the materials? It is shown in the video. And what are those materials? You can unmute.
Cotton, aluminum.
Huh?
Cotton balls.
Aluminum.
Cotton, aluminum.
Cotton,
aluminum. Cotton.
No, material class you have to tell me, not the material, because you know the
Dielectric
material
material.
class.
Ma'am,
Yes.
liquid and solid.
Okay, liquid and solid can be class. Okay. Then another
Yes.
class.
Dielectric.
Okay, dielectric material.
Metal,
So
non-metal.
okay, metal, non-metal. Which you think that was a material? Like you are telling me, who told me dielectric material? Which material you observed as a dielectric material there?
Cotton.
Aluminium.
Cotton is a dielectric material.
No, no.
No.
Aluminium is a dielectric.
Okay, aluminum is a dielectric material. Okay, means you are thinking that we are going to start dielectric material. Now, what you observed in this video? Okay, material forget. There were different materials. Now we'll see. But what you observed, what that video wanted to tell?
Thermal ability of that material.
Okay, who said? Whose answer? Now, while answering, you just go on introducing yourself first. I am Amit, I am Rohit, like that.
Kunal More.
Rohit.
Kunal More
Rohit?
बोलते. Thermal ability of.
Thermal ability, I am asking your name. Who is answering? Who answered?
Kunal More.
Kunal More. Okay. Okay, Kunal More. Very good. That is correct answer. Anything else? Another student which you observed in the video? Or nothing? Just enjoyed. Something you have to reflect it, what you observed. Might be you can say, if you don't know scientific word, you can say there were different glasses. In different glasses, different materials were kept. Like that, you tell me what you observed in video. Yes?
Ma'am, Sarvesh Modi.
Huh.
Effect of external factors like air. We have to tighten that in the glasses so that air will not affect.
They will not affect from what?
Means to achieve our aim of the experiment of thermal ability, we have to tighten it from air. So
Yes.
air will not affect on it.
Yes. Okay. Good. So it was about the insulating materials. Please watch again. It was about insulating materials. Which are better insulating than others. So it's investigation insulating materials. So different insulating materials are taken. Cotton is insulating material. Aluminum foil, you had to see the thing. Materials are taken. I same if you are checking. So paper towels and cotton balls are superior conductors or insulators. If you'll see, I mean aluminum foil just melted in 33, fiber 1 hour 33, cotton balls melted in 1 hour 51, and paper towels melted in about 2 hours. So it is about the thermal ability. Means this is all you can say thermal ability, insulating materials. They are correlated because good conductor of electricity is also, you can see it depends upon the insulating properties also. So that way this is the experiment which was conducted to decide which material can withstand highest temperature. So you can see here what is done. Shows that our experiment showed that paper towels and cotton balls are superior insulators. Why? Because they means this is about the heat insulation, but we have to see electrical insulation also. So what results you will find, you can check with materials and you can talk about the insulating material capability. So it is being better tomorrow because you have to understand these concepts, you have to implement them very well. Then only you can say that I have learned material science and now I can use now science concepts in a different way. So dear students, we are going to start insulating material unit. Unit number 3, I already told I'm changing my sequence due to online teaching, because online teaching you are finding something difficulty. I cannot stand in front of you. I cannot explain you with diagrams and all this. So that way I just change my plan, teaching plan. And then starting with unit number 3, in same exam will be there on this unit also. So let us start with that. This unit is about insulating material properties and applications. So today I'm going to start unit number 3. Now in this insulating material, what is the syllabus? We have to see first syllabus, because whenever we are going to study any material, we have to study properties and applications also. So what is given in the syllabus? Try to understand that, and then how we will learn that also try to understand, because I am not going to teach, you are going to also teach to your classmates. Peer to peer learning has to be there. Communication between you and me, communication between me and you, and communication between you and your other classmates is very much essential. So content of the syllabus is introduction to the insulating material, characteristics of good insulating material, and classification. Today I would like to cover all these points if time permits. So we'll see introduction, characteristics, good insulating material means what, and classification, how we can classify. Then solid insulating materials you have to learn. Now solid insulating materials examples: paper, pressboard, fibrous materials. So whatever are given in the syllabus, that only you learn. Don't learn another material also, means at beginning. After learning these materials, you can go beyond the syllabus. But first at least try to focus on those materials. Then ceramics, mica, asbestos, resins. These are also solid insulating material. Then liquid insulating materials like transformer oil, varnish, ascarel. So you will learn liquid insulating materials also. Then insulating gases, so solid, liquid, gases. So which gases are there in the syllabus? Air and SF6. So insulating materials used for power and distribution transformers, materials used for rotating machines, capacitors, cables, line insulators, and switch gears. So I will take all the materials, and you can also think which topic from this unit you can consider for your activities of the part B. So already I told you, as you are free, so better we will try to finish part B, because you have to do work that. There will be no teaching, but you will do work and you will present in the class. So that way you can select number of topics. Now note down from this unit what topic I am going to tell you for your part B activity, and depending upon that you can select, because all students have to do 6 activities from the 13 activities of part B. So today you can just note down which you can start working. Insulating materials for power and distribution transformer is first unit, first topic which you will think to do. Insulating materials for power and distribution transformer. Second, insulating materials used in rotating machines. Third, insulating material used in capacitors. Fourth, cables. And fifth, line insulators and switch gears. So 5 topics today I am giving from this unit, on which you will go on start working on that. Now what can be the work today? I just told you one video. So that way you can start looking for the good videos where you will have good cut section views of the materials, power distribution transformer, if you are taking rotating machines, if you are considering capacitors, so that you will understand, suppose in rotating machine, which part is used, which insulating material is used in which part. So that type of video you will start collecting. Think, can you generate your own video with the animations? Because advanced tool usage you will consider for this 5 topics. Activity number 13, write down activity number 13, usage, advanced tool usage. So advanced tool usage you will think, so you can think creating your animations. First try to download videos and then go through that, and then you will work on that. So let us start now. Reflections, learning by doing exercise. Now you have to create memory map. Okay, memory map I told you in last lecture. Any diagram you have to create, and you will post me your picture from your notebook in the chat box or in our WhatsApp group, wherever you want. So what are insulating materials? Because I want to see what you know about insulating materials. Do you know insulating materials? Suppose cotton is insulating material. Then what are those? Means how you can define insulating materials. I show you how we can define material science. So the same way you can think to define insulating materials, or if you can't define, at least tell me what you understood with insulating materials. Okay, so write down that, but in memory form, means picture form. So start doing, creating your picture in a creative way. Then write down some insulating material which you know, like we have seen in videos. Suppose cotton we have seen, cotton ball we have seen. So that way you just write down which insulating you know, any general insulating material. Okay. And then third question is write down few insulating materials in the room which you are sitting. No, I don't know in which room you are sitting, whether in kitchen or balcony or your bedroom. I don't know which room, but see here and there in your room, and see which insulating materials are there used in which room. Because generally examiner asks such a questions, because we are knowing generally insulating materials. But really you have understood what is the meaning of insulating material. Then examiner say, oh, watch this lab, because generally we are having our oral exams in the lab. And examiner asks in the lab, and they ask the insulating materials used in the lab. So you must try thinking in your room, own room, which insulating materials are there. Now picture or memory map, again I will tell you, if you need to remember these 3 points, what is the meaning of insulating material, what are the general example, and what are the materials used in my room, you have to create any picture. Suppose sample I have told you this way. So memory map I can just put in this fashion. So this part I will write down what are the insulating material. I will go on writing here what I understood insulating material, point 1, point 2, point 3, or just I will put this question here and then I will put arrow here and I will go on start writing here. Then material examples which you know generally we can write down in this yellow part, or you can just make arrow and write down side by. And materials in your room you can write down in blue. So now you don't have color, but whenever you will start learning and writing notes and this, please go on using color also, so that you can retain points, all the points in a very good way. So side by side while taking lecture, I'm going to tell you number of skills which you can develop. So this is the first skill I am telling you, to create the memory map. And if you will learn for creating memory map, then you can learn retaining good points for any topic, so that you will score in exam. So let us learn to create memory map. I will give you 2-3 minutes. You just write down, create in a pictorial form in a map way. Then last time I told you the branch tree. So one branch can be this, second branch can be this, and this can be the stem of the tree. Like that you can also think. Now create your picture and post it in the chat box if you can, or in our WhatsApp group. Start. You can share your screen also. You can share screen also. Arushi, are you listening? Arushi? Arushi Mahajan?
Yes, ma'am.
You have started drawing?
Yes, ma'am. I am drawing right.
Okay, start.
Okay.
Because there is no, you just go on talking and go on. You have to just do some work so that you will retain it in a good manner. At least initial lectures I will go slowly. And you have to use this all the skills and tactics in all lectures. Once I told you color coding significance, you must try to absorb that color coding from my PPT. Then this memory map, I am not going to tell you in all lectures. You just go on writing notes in that way, creating memory maps while sitting and attending my lecture. Varad? Varad Bhandari?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you drawing? Writing?
Yes, yes. Yes, I am drawing.
Okay, I got first response. Now, whenever I ask something, you have to post in the group. Already I told you. Very good. Nilansh, very good. I'm posting your response in the class. Material science. Okay, done. Now see, all of you, we have to learn peer-to-peer learning also. Can you listen my noise, students?
Yes, ma'am.
But here message has come. See, could not share system audio. Oh, my video audio cannot share. Okay. See, Nilansh has put up very good memory map. And this way you can just start memorizing points, writing notes. So what he has written, material, insulating materials, plastic wood, okay, rock wood, glass wood. Now Nilansh, what I can understand, which material are used in your room? Materials which prevent transmission of heat,
Which function of heat
electricity through it.
and
See what Nilansh has
yes.
written, you can see in the group, he has written materials which prevents transmission of heat and electricity through it. Good. So he is explaining thermal insulation also he has explained, and electrical insulation has also explained. Very good, Nilansh. Any another student's response? Okay, who has written that SAK? Already I told you, you put your names along with your number. Okay, see he how he has drawn materials which form thermal envelope or reduce heat transferred. Then rock wool, polythene, cellulose, glass wood, fiber. And question number 3, fiber, glass, wood, plastic. Can you tell me where fiberglass is used in your room? SAK? SAK. SAK, can you tell me which material is used in your room? Fiberglass, where it is used? Material which resist heat or electricity. Rubber, plastic. Okay, now try to understand what I want to tell you. Okay, only 2-3 responses I got.
Ma'am, 1 minute, just 30 seconds.
Okay. Means what is importance? Somebody is saying Kunal has posted. So let me see what Kunal has posted. The material through which the current or heat is not flow. Okay. Then having large energy gap. Very good. Insulate in my room. Okay. Pane, wood, frame, writing board. Okay. Book is also insulating material also, Kunal. Book is also insulating. Example, plastic, wood, rubber properties. Okay. Now what I want to tell you, my dear student, somebody is using which do not allow flow of current. Somebody is saying reduced heat. Somebody is saying in terms of resistance. So what exactly should be word? So opposing resistance. Material which resist. So he has used word resist. He is saying current is not allowed. He is saying material which form thermal envelope. Thermal envelope or reduced heat. He is writing reduced heat. How we can say insulating material reduced heat? Now material which resist heat or electricity. Okay, now stop responding. Stop responding.
Hello, ma'am.
Huh.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes,
you asked me for fiber glasses. No, ma'am. I'm Sakshi.
Okay, Sakshi. SAK means Sakshi. Good. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. It's used in kitchen, ma'am. We have some fiber materials like glass, etc.
It is used
Or
in
fiber mats.
whether it is used in room. What was the question? Question was which insulating material is used in the your room. So this is tricky question. You know what I wanted to tell you. when examiner asks which are the insulating material in your room, and generally we just answer because there at that time you will be sitting in the lab, and immediately you say wood. Then examiner say whether wood here, which bench or which chair or which table you are in front of which you are sitting, is it used as a insulating material? Okay, that is insulating material, no doubt. But whether it is applied as a insulating material, so number of questions just gets created due to our response. So whenever question will be insulating material used in the room, you have to say in a detailed way. See, wood is a insulating material, sir, but it is not used as an insulator in this room. Then we have to watch which metal is used for the wiring, ceiling roses of the fan, then tube lights. That way we have to be very clear what we are going to answer. That what I wanted to tell you. First, now there are number of responses, good, just see the memory maps. Already I am using WhatsApp group for the class, so you just go on observing. There is a no variety in the diagram. Okay, diagram should be different. Your creativity, like you can use bird, or you can use your sports ball, bat, like that. So that way you have to be very creative. That is one point. Second point is when you are defining what are the insulating material. Somebody is using resistance, insulation, resisting flow of current, reducing heat, like that. So here try to remember how you have to define it. So just a recap. I am using recap. Just try to recap it what you have learned, and then I will tell you in a more detailed way, because this is not required for our insulating material, but this is the heart of our material science. Next definitions and this. So let us recap in the first lecture only, so that you will try to understand in more depth. See here I have written 1.40. So that is the time at what I have to start this.
I would like, before explaining band gap,
Can we hear
I would like to
sound?
explain two terms related to band gap, that is valence band. This is
Friends,
Amardeep
can you
Srivastava,
hear sound?
and in the
Yes,
previous
ma'am.
lecture,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
imperfections in solid, that is I have completed the concept of imperfections, that is defects in solid. Now in this lecture, I would like to extend my lecture to the point through electrical properties of material, that is I will classify energy bands in solid. That solid will include conductors, semiconductors, and insulators. I'm using WD Callister and SP Seth for reference. You can also use SP Seth for electrical and magnetic materials, and you can use few topics related to WD Callister, and I will mention it
Already I
in,
told you this book
in
is
the
very
description box.
Yes.
I'm really excited to
I'm
say it.
skipping that.
The electrons in the atoms occupy a definite amount of
So
energy
energy
and having
what theory
certain
you have
energy level.
learned?
That is, when an electron is in normal state, it will and at that time, the energy level is known as energy
gap
bands.
for the different types of insulating material. So bond gap you have seen it. What are the bonds?
Band gap will represent the difference between, you can say that band gap is the energy gap between conduction band and valence band is called band gap or the energy gap. You can say valence band क्या होगा? जहां पे इलेक्ट्रॉन जाने की कोशिश करेगा. Conduction band will be the band where it will get energy and will jump to valence band. Valence band. Now, I would like to explain or differentiate conductor, semiconductor, and insulator as per their band theory. So let me draw a chart.
So
That is
he
for
is
conductor.
telling conductor, insulator, and
For semiconductor.
Depending upon the band gap. So for conductor,
for
band gap is very less. For semiconductor, it is medium. And for the insulator, it is huge gap.
No.
So you can explain insulator with energy band.
In case of conductors,
so
energy band.
High energy gap.
Energy band overlap. There would be no conduction. Now you can say that in case of conductor, as energy band or energy gap is overlapping, so you can say that if there will be slight excitation that will cause electron to jump from valence band to conduction band. That is with slight excitation.
So it is overlapped here. Here it is very
Slight
it is here
excitation.
very large.
Sorry,
Okay,
air
that
gap.
is
It's
the
nearly
band
6
gap
electron
we want.
band. If
Just
we
why
provide
see in picture form.
little amount of energy,
So
that is
this
nearly
is
equals to 1
conductor.
electron volt to the electron.
So this
Now,
gap
this is
here
conduction
it
band
is overlapped.
and this is valence band.
So
If
electrons
you
are
will
available
in
for the
conduction band,
conduction.
in valence band there are
And in the
holes,
semiconductor,
or
they
in
can be
conduction band there are
excited very
electrons.
easily from
So
valence.
if we will provide the
They will rush
energy
for
near about 1 electron volt, the electron will start
for
jumping from
insulators, as gap is very large,
solid atoms
they
very
had
close to.
apply very large
Let me
energy
discuss you
to
some
push
point.
electrons
In case of
from
solid, atoms are very close to each
conduction
other.
band. Okay, so let us move on. So that insulating material recap, it was recap which you had learned I think earlier before 12th standard. So insulating material definition, I can tell you the material. See how just insulating material which does not allow, or insulating material which does not allow, but insulating material does not allow the electricity, you can say, or the material which does not allow the electricity. What word is used? Electricity. Here you can use current also. The material which does not allow. Now what is important? Resistance is low, opposition is there. No, because resistive material also, you know, dear students, that they will also oppose the flow of current. So there has to be difference between resistive material and insulating materials. So resistive material, when you will define, you can say they offer very high resistance or opposition is large. But here in insulating material does not allow. Means does not allow means always current will be not zero, but there is some leakage current also. So you can say at the most it will not allow. So the material which does not allow the electricity to pass through them is known as an electrical insulating material. The charge of insulating material does not move freely. You can say the charge of the insulating material does not move freely. Means electrons will not move freely, or in other words, it provides the high resistance path. Now resistive material also resistance path. So here you have to use very high resistance path. You would use, or if you will use for resistive material resistance, resistive path, here high resistance. If you use for resistive material very high resistance, here high resistance, you use here what? Very high resistance. Differentiation has to be there between insulating material and resistive material. So you can say that it provides high resistance, very high resistance path to the electric current, through which it is nearly impossible. See, nearly impossible means it is not current is zero. Current will be there, but very small microampere current will be there. So nearly impossible for the electric current to conduct through it. So learning by doing exercise. Now how materials can be classified. So just go on writing in the chat box how materials can be classified. How will you use insulating materials? How will you classify insulating materials? So use now chat box, just use chat box now. And just tell me how materials can be classified. Okay, Rohit, you have posted in the chat box also. Good. Okay, large energy gap, More Kunal. Now what is the question? How you can classify solid, liquid, gas? Correct. Pratik, very good response. First response and correct response. Classification, solid, liquid, gas. Others, thermal, acoustic and electrical. Good. You can classify materials like thermal, acoustic, electrical. Pratik, solid, liquid, gas. I already told that your responses should not be repeated. So Pratik Mohire and Rohit Patil. Why response is same? You go on observing chat box, because that is for your reading, not for my reading. I know the answers. You must see the chat box. Organic and inorganic must be very good. Share very good. Then Rohit Patil, okay. Yes. Try to learn slowly how to attend my lecture. Do not have repeated responses. Just think differently. Yes, okay. So I got the good response. Now let us see again. You can see PPT or no? Can you see PPT or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So how material can be classified? Now we'll see the classification. So general materials you can see classified as a insulating materials, conducting materials, magnetic materials, semiconducting materials. When we see solid, liquid, gas is also major classification depending upon their state. Then materials can be classified depending upon their applications as insulating materials, conducting materials, magnetic materials, semiconducting materials. So these are some examples. Insulating paper, mica, oil, conducting aluminium, copper, magnetic material, iron, semiconducting material, silicon, germanium. Then we can see now classification of insulating material will be your next memory map. Whatever I will tell you now about the classification of material, start creating memory map and let us see whose memory map will have maximum classification indicated in the figure. Okay, so that is we will see whose memory map will be very good. So let us say it is a competition. You have to post in the WhatsApp group and I will see whose memory map will be good. And I will not consider the delayed response. When I will start next topic, now our time is very limited. So just hurry up. So I will explain you the classification and you have to create memory map for our classification so that you will remember classification in a good manner and in a paper. Theory paper you will be able to write full classification. So learning by doing exercise 3, be ready to create memory map, picture on WhatsApp group. So material can be classified as solid, liquid, gases. Now insulating material, let us focus how we can classify insulating material, not general. General classification I told you. Again, insulating materials can be classified depending upon its structure or you can say state. So solid insulating material, paper, pressboard, fibrous material, impregnated coating, filling material, bonding, resin polymers, any solid material you can immerse insulating material in the solid class. Then liquid insulating material we have seen in syllabus also. They are using just study some solid material, study some liquid and study some gases. So liquid insulating material, transformer oil, mineral oil, then synthetic oils, then silicon liquids, halogenated hydrocarbons, then organic eastern vegetable oils can be liquid. Then gaseous, we have seen air, then SF6, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur hexafluoride, SF6 means sulfur hexafluoride, oxide gases, carbon dioxide. So these insulating gases are there. So insulating material can be classified first based on its structure or state, solid, liquid, gases. Then another classification can be depending upon its you can see thermal withstand ability. So insulating material can be classified based on the thermal withstand capability. Means video you have seen in how much time they melted, or I can say in a different way how much temperature rise they can withstand. So temperature rise means thermal ability. So they can be classified depending upon thermal withstand ability. Physical state we have seen solid, liquid, gas. So thermal withstand ability, there are classes depending upon the temperature rise limit. Then structure of materials such as cellulose or fiber. So if you see the structure, whether they are cellulose or fiber, depending upon that they will be classified. Then somebody answered organic, inorganic. I think Sharvari answered organic, inorganic compounds. So that can be classification based on the compounds, what they are having, organic or inorganic. And they can be classified depending upon the process of manufacturing, natural or synthetic. Now another one exercise is good there and we will just stop there after that. So reflection 3 is there. Now I will show you how insulating materials are classified depending upon the temperature rise limit, and you have to decide how you will retain that table in your memory. So use some your way of memorization and try to decide how you will retain that table in your mind. and that I want to learn from you how you retain information. So let us see in the class whose retention capability is very good, and your colleague or your classmates can learn from another classmates how they retain the information. That way exchange of skills can happen also. So how will you remember those class or temperature limit? Try to retain it, and let us see who can do it in a fast way. So two competitions are there. First competition is classification memory map. Immediately you have to post after our lecture or just finishing this topic. At the same time, how we can classify insulating material. So this table you have to retain. So forget about this material. I am not giving this material right now because time is less. You have to retain class and temperature rise limit. So depending upon thermal stability of the material, how much temperature rise material can withstand, they are classified into how many classes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 classes. But depending upon EMA standard, the number of classes will be different. So depending upon the standard which is used for classification, these classes will be different. Okay, so now class Y insulating material, suppose silk and cotton, how much they will withstand the temperature rise limit if they will go on heating? So they can withstand 90 degrees Celsius. So they are classified as class Y. Then class A 105 degrees Celsius. So you can see again silk is there, cotton is there. So what is the difference? You can say this can be the good quality and this can be mixture. Therefore, temperature rise is different. But if the silk or cotton will withstand 105 degree temperature rise, then there will be the class A. Its class will be A. And depending upon the applications, class insulating materials are used. So class E will withstand 120 degrees Celsius. Class B will withstand 130 degrees Celsius. F will withstand 155. H will withstand 120. And C will withstand more than 180 degrees Celsius. Now here just two factors are important. How you will retain this temperature rise. First is 90, 105. Then 105 to 120. 120 to 130. Then 130 to 155. So first remember this temperature rise. 155.
Add 15 in every temperature.
So you remember this temperature first and then remember the class. It is not ABCDEF, so it's not easy to remember. So now just I will give 2-3 minutes and be honest. Don't take snap and tell me. I'm not asking you to tell me the answer. I will ask you how you can retain this information and you have to tell me, okay, which logic you used. So start recalling this. You start retaining this in your memory. Be quick. So next properties of insulating material I will cover in the next lecture. Now see, you are not attending lecture in time. I am not able to cover as per my plan. I wanted to finish properties also. So now be quick and tell me how you can retain the information. Okay, this we'll see in next lecture. And complete a memory map for the classification. How you will retain classification? Memory map for classification of insulating materials. So
this video
I will tell you.
learn about the insulation.
So see, this was my objective to cover characteristics of insulating material. References I use for this lecture, YouTube's from the website, so that I have referred. Now I want to talk something about the activity B. By the time you just go continue with your retention logic and your memory map also. So now what we have to do, we have to see on this insulating material which activities are based in the part B. So second activity, if you'll see, based on the complete insulation system of transformer comparison. Means you just start reading activity B and you decide which activity you will do. Compulsory activities are 3 and 3 are optional. You can tell me, madam, I will do this. You tell me and you can start doing that. But prior to doing the work, you can just take my permission. Already I told you mini project, you have to tell me which you will do. Try to search on internet. Then laboratory, this activity I will tell you how you can perform survey, role play, games. Now see, we have started insulating material. So you have to think whether you will do debate on conducting material, insulating material. Suppose now Kunal and Rohit, they will form the pair and they will say we will debate. So Kunal will just start speaking on the insulating material and Rohit will start debating him as a conducting material. So that way you can take now, think it and start planning for this activity 6, so what way you will do. But first activity we are starting from today is 13th activity. So all of you, time limit will be there. Try to cover activity in a time limit because 6 activity we have to complete. And if I will take after the lockdown, you know what happens. Then practicals there, every rushing and just emergency will be there. So this is a very easy task and home task. So why not to do now? So we are starting with activity 13. So in this activity using advanced ICT tool. So you think which tool you can use? Virtual lab you can use, animations you can use, simulations you can use, advanced software you can use, certificate course, NPTEL courses are there on material science. I will give links. You can also create the links and you tell me, madam, I will do this course. You select. If you will do the course, just take permission from me and do that. But first take my permission. I will not accept later on. Remember, I will not accept later on I have done this. First, let me see what you are doing and then start doing it. So if you'll do NPTEL course, well and good, your activity will be finished. Then suppose you are not interested in the course, then you can open and you can do the animations. So like insulating material. Suppose I told you 5 topics today, transformer, motor. You do animations or you collect animations from the net website, video you collect, like I show you. Then video you show, demonstrate, explain. Like that you select topic first. This is individual activity. Every student has to select topic. And if now suppose today I got the choice for transformer, I will not allow another student for transformer. So there has to be difference between the topic also. So that way you have to tell me first. So I will go on listing. So start with this activity. You can just downloading virtual lab. Virtual lab also you can see. I can tell you what to do with that. So let us do activity 13th. Okay. And this you should finish in July month. Finish this activity in the July month. Okay. Complete it. NPTEL course or this virtual video, which topic you will take. Suppose you had taken transformer, then suppose videos only you had downloaded. Then you explain what insulating materials are used in transformer using that video. Like today I have used some video and just talking it. You must understand that first. But if you will start working on that, you tell me the topic first. Okay. So start with activity 13, dear students. Now I want your memory map. Just go on posting memory map. Let us see who is winner for the memory map for the classification. Be quick. That will be today's lecture because always you have to post memory map of our lecture at the end. 57 students are there, student. I have noted the attendance in the right timing also at 1 o'clock and 1 o'clock 5 minutes also, and this is third attendance I have taken. So go on, be in time for the lecture, otherwise it's very difficult to cover. So 2 memory maps I got in the Shervaris and PAS. I don't know who is PAS. Okay, Sharvari, can you tell me how you remember this class and temperature? Sharvari? See Sharvari's map. I think see all of you Sharvari's map and memory map, and that is very good. She will retain her information like that, and also will represent like this in the class. Immediately examiner capture that she could write down the classification in a 4 way, and this is also the tactics to impress examiners and get good marks. Sharvari, can you tell me how you can retain class and temperature?
Ma'am, the classification of physical, structural and chemical was easy, but then the thermal classification was a bit difficult.
No, easy, difficult, forget about that. We have to talk how we can remember those 6, 7 temperature. And that is first thing. And second is how we can remember the class name.
Ma'am, I was taking running notes.
Huh?
Ma'am, I was taking running notes while you were telling.
Okay, you can have snap of that, dear students. Again, I am sharing, you have the snap of that table, and think today how you will retain that class sequence, because I am not asking you class Y means immediately tell temperature, and class C means immediately tell me temperature limit. Just retain that table as it is. Means sequentially you should able to write down class name and the temperature limit, and then after writing this you can tell me by referring which class which temperature is. But question is how you will remember that class sequence and temperature is limit. So think today and post audio response. Whenever you will retain that, you will be able to retain class and the temperature rise. You just send audio message in group and let us see who will be winner for that. But you should be very honest and you should only use your logic. Okay, so that way we will see how students learn, how students retain their content and how they prepared for the exam. So I am just sharing again and you can just take photograph of that table, and just when you will complete today, then just take the photograph of this. So first class is Y. So you have to remember after Y it is A. After A it is E and then B. And this also. Suppose how much difference is there? 15 degrees Celsius difference is there. Here also 15. Here how much? 10. Here 25. So like that temperature difference is the one way to remember. Another, you think your logic. Okay, so have the snap. Number of responses I have received in the group about your memory map. Rohit Patil also has drawn good memory map. But Rohit, Rohit, you are not writing depending upon what. Okay, he has written. See Rohit's memory map. Nice. He is writing on what basis it is classified in rectangle. And class he is writing, material he is writing in a circle. Good way. Then Sarvesh Bodhe, very good. Sarvesh Bodhe, very good. See Bodhe's memory map, I liked it. It's a flower, beautiful flower. And if he will color it, and definitely his notebook, he will also fascinate to read that. And retention becomes very easy in pictorial form. Because when you will watch movie, you can tell me everything, sari color, hairstyle and this and that. But when you will read the book, you will not able to tell me sequence also. So that is why you should learn these tactics for preparation for your subject, because this gives you very good scoring. These are also called as micro notes, because whole one chapter you can just fit in 1 or 2 pages. So I liked Sarvesh, very nice. See, in circle he has written classification, and one leaf petal of the flower he is writing class. Good, very good. And this way you can write draw in exam also, mind you. If you will draw in this way exam, you will just jump in the marks scoring. But it also requires explanation also, huh? It doesn't mean that only draw figure. Write down explanation also. So Sarvesh, can you tell me any logic which you found for remembering for the class? Sarvesh?
Yes, ma'am. I have made one sentence for remembering class. I have written in the picture.
You are written in the picture.
Yes,
Tell
ma'am.
us so that all can listen. Tell.
Why A escapes from B, find how it can.
Oh, very good. So just clap for the Sarvesh Bode, all of you. Just unmute yourself and clap. Good. Very well done, Sarvesh. See how now enough. How enough. Now how he has developed logic. Why A escapes. See why. Suppose person Y. We say XYZ. So why A escapes from B. Find how it can. Wonderful. Very good. So tomorrow's lecture, you can just tell me another, not lecture. You just post in audio form in our WhatsApp group if you will develop different logic. So this is the way how we can learn from peer to peer also, and in a fun way, because we have to learn fun way. So very good, Sarvesh. Now I think today's winner is Sarvesh, because his memory map is good, logic is also good. Venkatesh classification is also very good. Venkatesh, memory map is good, but try to reduce the page size also, because you should not feel, oh, 25 pages I had to remember. If you will just do in a brief way, try to fit one unit into 3 pages, you will also get motivated to prepare the unit. And if you will remember unit this way, I don't think that you will forget the points and you will feel laziness to prepare for the descriptive subjects also. Okay, so friends, very much thanks to you for wonderful responses and making session active. Now I would like to conclude our session. Is any difficulties there you want to say? You can talk now. Yes. Now I have stopped recording.